Unfortunately, these people have passed away through knife crime. This documentary is about knife crime, and I aim to find out why young people carry knives and whether the media do enough to prevent it. Firstly, I have begun by speaking to a young 18-year-old about how he was involved in knife crime and how it has impacted on him. Here's his story.
Obviously, man's got to stay protected. Like, obviously, people obviously think that carrying knives is all about postcodes, like when it ain't. Like back in the day, see, it was all hype. I used to carry one. Like, it gave me a name with the people I was around. It made me look big, so I was like, yeah, I might as well just carry this around all the time. And ended up, we got sticky, got into a bit of beef, and people around were telling me that I had to use it. I didn't want to, but I used it and I stabbed someone, and I wouldn't like to do it again. I'm out of that now. It's not for me. And I put the knife in him. Things were going through my head. Like, I started thinking about what I've done. Like, what's happening to the guy's family? Is he dead? I didn't know what to do. Like, but as I've got older, I see the bigger picture a bit more. Like, before, I thought that was it. Just stab them, leave them. Obviously now, I wouldn't do it because I know that there's not only that person, that families get hurt.
Here I have spoken to some people located in East London, where knife crime occurs frequently. Let's see what they think about why young people carry knives.
I think young people carry knives, and it's all sorts to do with this gang culture that's going around at the moment. And different gangs are holding knives because they think that it's like some kind of protection. It makes them look good, makes them look big, makes other people fear them.
Probably so they could be more popular.
I think they carry knives to protect themselves from dangers that they put themselves in.
Because they feel insecure about their feelings.
I think young people carry knives because they're trying to protect themselves from other things, other people and stuff they've got themselves involved into.
I think for the young people that do carry knives, they do to make themselves like look hard, to protect themselves. Getting knives is easy. I mean, you can go into your kitchen and get a knife. I think it's just a way of them protecting themselves from maybe other gangs or other people, individuals.
Some people that I've spoken to believe that people get involved with crimes due to how they are brought up. I went to a lady who occasionally works from home as a counsellor to see what she has to say. I began by asking her what her job role is.
Part of my role is to work with young people that have not only been victims of knife crime but have carried out the knife crime. This can be very difficult for families to understand, but also for the young people themselves. So we work with those young people so that they become mentally stable, because it may be a one-off crime that they've committed, but they may continually to go on to commit another crime again, and may end up in prison. So we will support youths so that they can get their life back on track.
Do you think the media stereotypes certain ethnicities involved with knife crime?
I can certainly see that when we look at media, there is a lot of focus on black ethnicity. However, when looking at statistics, we can see that it's all ethnicities that are victims of knife crime and also carry out knife crime.
As my documentary is about the media, I have arranged to speak to Georgina Quinn, who is a local correspondent at the Ilford Recorder, to find out the media's role on knife crime. So, Georgina, how does your job role help to prevent knife crime?
I don't know whether my job role is there to prevent knife crime. I think, obviously, I report on what's happened, and if there's been a fatality and someone's died, I always report on that, and I hope that in some way that does prevent knife crime.
Do you think there is things that the media could do to help prevent knife crime?
I think maybe that we could make young people particularly more aware of the penalties and what happens if you're even just caught carrying a knife. But also, I think, particularly with young people, they feel like, well, it's not going to happen to them, or if they did get stabbed, it's a badge of honour, or, you know, they don't understand that actually there's quite a high chance that you will be killed. And I think maybe we need to get that across more and get rid of this image of knives being cool that we see in maybe things like hip-hop videos and in films where people use knives. I think that maybe as a whole, the media could do more about that.
Do you think more could be done to prevent knife crime within the media sector?
I'm not really sure what else we could do, because I think, you know, there has been quite a lot of documentaries in recent years. There was a season on Channel 4 about youth crime and those sorts of things. I don't think it's necessarily the media's role to be the kind of big brother or the parent of society. I think that's the role of government and the police.
Thank you for your time, Georgina.
Thank you.
To summarise, we found out how knife crime has affected someone who has been convicted of the crime, what impact knife crime has on the community, where people can go to be supported, and lastly, the media's representation on knife crime. I hope this documentary will make you think differently and support those who have been affected by knife crime.